Hello everyone, this video is going to go over different methods for sampling out of your data set. The first way we're going to look at is just a random sample. If you have not already got the data analysis tools add-on package to your Excel file, please go ahead and do that now before you watch the rest of this video, because that's how we're going to find our samples. Now that you've got your data analysis tools kit, go to your data tab, and then if you've got an Excel or if you have a Mac, it looks more like this, so it's right there. If you have a PC, you might just see this button, so you might have to look for it, but it will be there once you've added that add-in, and it is free, remember that. So once you click on that data analysis tool, we're going to scroll down until we find sampling, and we're going to click OK. And then we need to find our input range. Our input range is our data set. So we click on that little Excel and we go down and we are going to click highlight B2 through B31 because that's where my data set is here. Notice that it absolute referenced it, so it's never going to change your data set. And this is from those baseball statistics that we've been using this whole time. And we're going to do a random sample. We're going to start with a random sample of 5. Our output range is just where do we want that to show up here on the spreadsheet, and I'm going to put it in D2. So I've got a random number of samples, that's 5, taken from B2 to B31, and we're going to put it in D2. Click OK, and there we've got 5 random, so random 5 sample. So that's my first way. You can do that same thing. We're just going to redo it, but instead of 5, maybe you want 10. So go in, do a number of random samples of 10. And it pulls, whoops, I didn't fix my range, so I need to go back. Sorry about that. Try this again. We need our random 5 sample. We want 5, not 10. All right, so there's my random 5, and it's different than the last time I did it. Now we're going to do it, and we want 10. And what I messed up on the last one is I did not change this output range. So we want that to be E2 this time. And there's my random 10 sample. And I'm going to wrap text so you guys can see that. All right. So that's my random sample of 5 and my random sample of 10. Again, there is no rhyme or reason to how these were picked, how Excel went and picked them. They just picked 5 and 10 random data points out of our set. The next way you can do it is by using a system, or a periodic is what Excel calls it. So we're going to do our systematic sample. And to get a systematic sample, again, go into your data analysis tool, sampling, but instead of random, we're going to do periodic. And what that means is we want to pick, every 5th person, every 10th person, every 7th person, whatever you want, or every 6th data set, something like that. So what then you'll do is you'll click period, and we'll do every 5th. Again, this would be if you are wanting to survey every 10th person that comes into a store, or every 7th data point that you have. And then you just change your output, because we want it to be in G now. And click OK. So those are 2 ways that Excel can help you pick each one. So if you look, 91 is your 5th point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 91. 5 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 88. 5 more would be the 62, then the 51, and so on. The book also talks about 2 other types of sampling. We've got stratified sampling and cluster sampling. Cluster sampling would be like, okay, you know what? The American League Central, they're all close in geography, so they're clustered together. Let's just sample those 5. That would be a cluster. If we're looking at stratified, it would look at, okay, we can break our data up into the American League Central, American League East, American League West, National League Central, National League East, National League West, and we want one random one from each of those. That would be a stratified sample because you want one from each of the strata. And that's how you can use Excel to pick different, if you want to pick your random sample of strata, what you could do is you could go back into that sampling from your data analysis and change your input range. You'd have to change it to just your American League Central, and you'd have to pick a random one and maybe give it an output range of, we'll go over here for I. So this would be your random point from the American League Central. And then you do the same thing with the American League East, West, Central, National Central, National East, National West, to get 1 point from each of those. That would be an easy way of doing your stratified sample. What I just did was I picked one out of your American League sample, which would be a cluster sampling, so one out of that cluster. Hope this helps, and that's how you can use Excel to do some different sampling strategies.